Hey guys, what's up? This is Tyler Clark, and I've got the 8dio EDM Drumstep Volume 1 to present to you. It's a plugin via Contact, so you've got to have the full version of Contact if you want this plugin. First, right off, I'm just going to let you hear something that I whipped up in it really quick. Didn't take but literally maybe 30 seconds to do it, but here we go. Alright, so there you go. You kind of get the gist of it by just looking at my piano roll here. When you get this, and I want to be very clear, this is not a VST instrument. This is a virtual studio thing, but it's not a virtual studio, it's not an instrument by any means. It is... I'm not a big fan of this plugin. My personal opinion on this plugin before I start giving you some more facts about it, it is to me, it's a glorified sample replayer. If I had have known this at the time, but when I was purchasing it, I didn't investigate enough, paying a couple $100s for this bundled with the dubstep package of it, I probably would not have bought it. I could actually take that back to say I would not have bought it. But anyway, other than that, I don't really know a whole lot about Contact plugins and Contact-based VSTs. So, maybe there's a way to use this as an instrument and edit the sounds. But there's absolutely zero customization with this other than adding some cool little effects. Like, let's see, I'll run through some of the effects with you. Okay, so you get the gist. It's got some pretty cool effects. A lot of them, I actually really like that space effect here. But anyway, it's got some pretty cool effects. The filter that I showed you earlier, very nice filter. I love that phasey kind of sound that it provides. It's got resonation. It's got a gate to it. It's got your low, mid, and high. Another thing that this doesn't have is the ability to double click and return something to its default state. That allows for quick, just testing of some things. I'm a big tester. I love when I get a program, I love to go through and test and move a bunch of things. And it's very hard to move it right back to that absolute dead center part. So let's say I'm going to tune this up, because it's got a tune key right here. Let's see, there you go. There we go. So we're back at 0, and it's got a tempo knob here to where if you want to half speed the tempo. And this is when I realized I did not want this plugin, but there's no way to get my money back. But anyway, here we go. You can hear it very clearly, kind of distorting the samples and messing with them, to where they're not. I don't know. It's cool. It's kind of cool, but I mean, at the same time, it's just not something that you would, you can really do yourself. I mean, I understand, some people may. See. some more sounds. And there's nothing up here, but you got a whole library of cool things. So let's see, it's tap, clap. I mean, some of the, this is really why I bought it, was because some of these sounds were amazing. I mean, that's incredible sound design right there. Let's see, whoops. Take that Portamento out of that. See, incredible sound design, especially adding a filter to that. But at the same point, you know, you can tune it. So I guess you can, if you're wanting to incorporate that into a song. But there's just no way, because as myself and most other dubstep and drumstep and any type of dubstep bass music producer knows, you really want to have control over the LFOs. And that is something you just don't have with this VST. I would love to see, you know, them giving you the ability to control the LFO on the sound, but I really don't think that would be something that's available. I emailed the owner and asked him, you know, if there's any way that I could, you know, get, like, I can tell a lot of these sounds are made in massive, so I was like, you know, is there any way that I could have some of the massive files for the sounds? But he was very, he was less than obliging to that request. I guess he thought that I was trying to steal his product and distribute it to other people. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. He never did get back to me, even after I sent another email back trying to say, I hope you didn't think I was trying to steal your work. But overall, as you can tell, I've not had a really good experience with this this plugin, this instrument. As far as just another thing it's got this cool little random feature. You can hit it. Let's see. Whoops, I must have killed. Let's see, let's go back here. It's gonna basically random up all those sounds that we had earlier. But as you can see, there's really just, you don't really play a note with this. It just kind of happens. I mean, obviously you can make some really cool things with this, but to me there's just no real way to make an actual song out of this other than, I don't know, rendering out the WAV files and basically completely just gutting them and changing them to fit the key of the track that you wrote your original track in, you know, trying to quantize it. Basically, with a plugin like this, the problem I have is you have to write your song around this plugin. Like, you can't create a song and take the plugin and form it to your idea. You have to form your idea to the plugin, which is something that I have a really hard time accepting. But overall, I mean, I've showed you about everything that you can do with this plugin. They've got, let's see, here you go. This is like the actual, when you have it opened up, you can see I can drag these other instruments in there. That's more just presets that you can see right here. I don't even, calling them presets is a little bit too giving. I'd go more towards the end of saying drag more WAV files into here that you can queue up with this. But Anyway, that's about it. You've got stems. There's more stems you can drag into the, oh, there you go. That actually calls it by its actual name. As you can tell, the more I talk about this, the more I become biased and against it. The dubstep version of it is pretty much the same. I'm going to tell it not to save any changes to this. Let's open up the 8dio Dubstep, instruments. Let's drag something in here so I can just give you guys a little preview of how the dubstep sounds as well. You don't have a randomized thing with the dubstep, but it's whatever. It's still the same type of deal. Let's see, I'll turn up the mid and the high, because without it, if you got it down here, the sound sounds really weak. And I've actually got Maximus dragged onto this to actually make it somewhat stronger as well. So this is if you just open it and let it go and not put anything on top of it or edit anything. Let's see, let's up this. So, there you go. I'll go through a few of these. See, some just awesome sounds, but I'm so disappointed I'm probably not going to use any of these because, I don't know. You can just, there's nothing really you can do with them. And then let's say it goes, so I'm like, okay, awesome. I've wrote this song in A minor. I want to use it as my root note on the initial kick drum hitting the drop. Let's drop it down to A. Oh, wait, that's not the same sound. Oh, crap, and it's not in A either. So, you deal with that problem there. So I'm not real sure. I mean, to me, the only way is going to be to tune it down, but then if you play another sound and that sound's not in that exact tuning, I guess you would have to modulate this and create an automation clip to mess with it, but I may be missing something completely, so if somebody can help me in the comments, let me know. But anyway, that's about it. As far as, so you already know my personal opinion on this VST. I would not buy it, but I already have bought it. so I am up excrement creek without a paddle. But anyway, more power to you. If this is the way that you like to produce and you like to have something spark, I can understand. If you like to have something that sparks some creativity in your mind, and you've got something that you hear a particular sound on here, like this sound, totally. If I could write an entire song around this sound, I could straight up go into massive, somewhat reproduce it, get some customized stuff, but at the same time, why wouldn't I just make the sound originally in massive? Why would I pay a couple $100 for a VST like this when I've already got massive? It's much less than, you've got the dubstep programs in Nexus, which I stayed away from exactly because of this issue here that I've run into with this 8dio product. Because the amount of customization is brought down to zero. You have nothing that you can do to customize this product. So I stayed away from it, but I accidentally found myself in the lap of it with this. But if you like that, if you can do something with that, then more power to you. But as you can hear, a ton of wonderful sounds. Let's give you a few more previews here before we go. Let's see. Done. Ooh, this is. See, that sounds wonderful, but there is nothing that you can really, because you can't do anything else with that sound. Like, that's your only sample of that sound, and then you got that's in a different little kind of arpeggiator way. But so we've got two samples of that. So let's say I'm putting this in a song. So what am I going to do the rest of the song? I can never repeat that sound, so I have no consistency in the track. So this provides for some awesome fun, but it's not really something that is really that good in my opinion. It's not something that somebody who's wanting to make their own path and do their own thing should buy. But as you guys know, I am very experimental with my music. It's very out there. I can go from making a beautiful piano melodic dubstep ballad to this crazy track like I just released a few weeks ago. Hey, that is just absolutely nuts. But this is my lightly endorsed professional opinion of it, that I would not purchase it. If I were you. I have made the mistake for you, so there's no need for you to have to go behind me and make the mistake yourself. Regardless, that's about it. If you have any questions, just make a comment down below, and I'll try to answer anything about it that I can. Anyway, until next time, take care. I will be releasing the review and demo of a product from Native Instruments that I just recently got when I upgraded up to Complete 9, called Transient Master. Incredible. I mean, I'm really in love with that plugin. It really brings percussion up to the front and brings it out in your productions. But anyway, that's about it. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope I was able to help you. Anyway, take care. See you next time.